Welcome to another week of A Friendly Nudge. So this week we're making a quinoa tuna salad, and we're making kind of a low Fodmap version. And for people that are going, what in the hell is a Fodmap? I'm finding out more about them than I ever wanted to know. But my doc thinks I have something called SIBO, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. And it's all because of all of the Advil, ibuprofen that I took for months and months prior to my shoulder surgery, and then all the antibiotics with shoulder surgery. Basically, it did a number on my gut, so I'm trying to restore it. So I'm using tuna, almonds, tomatoes, Italian parsley, tahini, quinoa, lemon, and cucumber, and quinoa. I've already said quinoa, haven't I? But I'm not going to end up using the maple syrup because it turned out like great without it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by just toasting the quinoa. And this has already been pre-washed. It was that way when I bought it. And now I took a cup of the quinoa and I'm adding 2 cups of water. I browned it for about 5 minutes, and just till where you can start to smell it. Add a little bit of salt. I want to bring it up to a full boil, and then I'm going to reduce the heat on it, and I'm going to put a lid on it and let it simmer for 15 minutes. And meanwhile, we'll get everything else going. So that is 1/3 of a cup of tahini, and I'm going to put the juice of 2 lemons in it. And then we're just going to get that stirred up. And then, what I always want to do before I start adding salt or anything to it is to, taste it to see, okay, does it need it? And it's like, yeah, it's just a little bit flat. So I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to it, just a pinch. Figure out if that's enough. So stir it up again real good, and then just give it a quick taste. And yep, that's what I'm looking for. So now I've got 10 ounces of tomatoes, and you can just grab a couple of handfuls. I'm just going to cut those up, and then I'm going to cut up the cucumber into kind of small pieces. And, this is something that I'll be using this a lot during the summertime because I think it's a great summer meal. I'm using oil-packed tuna, which I really am getting to where I like that more than the spring water. So I have all this stuff in bowls just to make it kind of easier to navigate. And then I'm just going to chop up some Italian parsley. And we're just going to, get that where it's nice and chopped up, chop it up pretty fine. And then we're going to just start putting this thing together pretty quick. This stuff comes together in a hurry. So it's like once you get everything already prepped, then it's just kind of an assembly process. I'm going to chop the almonds up. The recipe that I looked at in Cook's Illustrated called for pistachios. Those are high FODMAP. So almonds are great. And quinoa is fine. So this stuff is, it's ready. I'm going to put the lid on it and just let it hang out for a few more minutes off the heat while I get everything else done. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to that tahini mixture just to thin it out just a little bit because I want it more like a dressing instead of more like, too thick. I'm going to put all the oil and the tuna in a bowl and just get it really flaked up. And then we'll start adding a little bit of the dressing. And I'm just going to get this kind of broken up into smaller pieces. And once we get that kind of the right consistency, then I'm going to add some of the tahini dressing to it. And, once again, this is just kind of an eyeball process. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. And then that I really wish that I had probably doubled the batch of the dressing. Now I'm adding the cucumber. So, you could add like 4 lemons and 2/3 of a cup. Really just kind of play with the amount that you want. Adding the tomatoes in. And then put a little bit of the parsley on. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put just a little bit of the dressing in with the quinoa. And we'll get that stirred in. Okay, there you go. Stir it in. and then I'm going to add the topping to it, and then we'll top it off with some parsley and some almonds. So this stuff, it's like I could have made probably a double batch, because this stuff is absolutely delicious. And it's some places, I'm sure that where you're seeing this, it has not gone into summer yet, but our spring here turns into summer in a hurry. So I'm adding some almonds to it, and then just a little bit of parsley. And I think that you guys will have this one on your regular rotation, because it is absolutely delicious. And I hope that you have a wonderful week and play with your food.